Good morning, it's April 5th, 2017. It is Wednesday. I'm sorry I haven't made any tapes recently about narcissism. It's because I've had a cold. And I'm keeping my place here in my book of a tea bag so that I can have that later. Been watching some Sam Valkin as well. And just trying to figure out what exactly it is that narcissism, what is that mystery? Narcissism's deep psychology. It goes very deep. It's not a surface level thing at all, folks. I mean, no one can be that mean, that cruel, and that inhuman without having some deep emotional hurt. So I don't have pity for the narcissist, but it is a disease. So I guess I do feel sorry for the person, if there is a person left, a soulless person that has to be soul retrieved, which is possible. There are methods. There are many different methods of soul retrieval, and we'll get into that later. But right now I'd like to discuss the psychology of egoistic personae of the narcissist. And it's a non-adaptive personality trait. The personality formed during negative or non-existent attachment, expectations, etc. The needs are not being met at all. It's a critical juncture when the needs of a person in childhood are not met in the developmental stages of childhood, the ages of 1 to, I think, 3 or 4. When the personality is being developed, a lot of people believe it's developed personality before in vitreous, in the uterus, but it's or maybe even before, if people believe in life after life and that sort of thing. The personality trait of the narcissist, it's almost as if their personality was taken over by a soulless entity of some sort. So that may be what happened, but a situation being something maybe very evil. And by evil, I mean something that's unnatural in the way that we're used to. Something that goes kind of parameter to human experience. So it's not understood the way. So it was an adaptive process. The narcissist had to maintain a degree of composure. So what happened? There was lack of bonding. It's complicated. It's discussed in detail later regarding the lack of bonding. The psychic injury, that's really important. Abuse from gaslighting, cognitive dissonance, shock effects, environmental, too much negative, no way to balance. So the narcissist at the early developmental stages, when he was soulful, not soulless, but when the person was developing, and the child had something shocking happen to the child, something either environmental, perhaps a flu, or the measles, or something environmentally changed the chemistry of the brain, so the serotonin levels were removed. And that's why there's so much depression today, because maybe there is something environmental going on. We're not sure. But it is an illness, and it should be treated as an illness and recognized, and therapy given that works. Nothing is working to help people in this situation. It's not really, because it's so systemic. It's so everywhere. So the injury from abuse, the loud, the overstimulated environment where inner reflection was not allowed because it wasn't harbored or developed by the parents or the caregivers. Consistent abuse or neglect, psychological abuse, physical abuse. It's an unsafe place. They find the world. The early narcissism starts with an unsafe place, and consistently abuse of neglect, psychological abuse, physical abuse, unsafe place. Unbalanced caregivers themselves were narcissists, looking after the child, the parents, the siblings, the friends, the significant others, power trippers. They just are abusive types that are looking after the child and making the child mirror the abuse.